What's going on, guys? I guess I got to make a video now. I went to back on the lounge and they're not there. I think they went underground on me. I'll find you fuckers. You can't hide forever. I think Flex went to bed early tonight or something. Well, about 30 minutes. It wasn't too bad. But anyway, I'm making this video because I got to point out a few things. For one, the video I made yesterday, kind of saying shit about Trout. I will say that, I even said it yesterday. I was probably, I shouldn't have said it. And I should, and I did apologize. And Trout again, I'm sorry. I should have, I guess, talked to you like you did. See, that's what I'm saying. That's all anybody, not just what we're asking for. That's all anybody can ask of anyone is to do what Trout did tonight. That's what a man does, or a woman, just anybody with integrity. That's what they do. If something's going on and they want to get in front of it, that's how you get in front of it. Now, Trout, see, neither side can be. I hate to say sides again. I'm sorry, but neither side could be upset with Trout. I mean, Trout was up there. He literally said he still liked Cherry. He didn't say one negative thing about anybody. Nothing negative whatsoever. Nothing about either side. But yet, I don't. I mean, from what I heard Serb's all tore up about that. But Serb, when you lie your ass off and you get caught, you can't be mad when. I mean, he didn't say nothing bad about you. He did, and what he was saying about he didn't care if you drank. He's not meaning. I'm sure you know what he's talking about. He's just saying he doesn't know you in real life, so your stories you tell doesn't affect him in real life. But actually, it kind of does, Trout, and I'll get to that. But what Trout did tonight, again, I mean, that was very cool, very 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 cool what Trout did. When I didn't know he was up there, right? And I'd missed a few texts. I didn't even know until I got the phone call that was telling me he was up there. And I went in thinking it was going to be a whole different fucking thing. So when I pop up there, I actually got another text saying like, be cool, be cool. So I'm listening to Trout talk, and it was like the old Trout, the Trout that I know, the Trout that we all like, right? So that's why, if you notice, I don't say nothing for a long time. I just sit there because I'm like coming up thinking I'm going to argue, but then I'm coming up like, damn, I like this is the Trout I like. And he did what any good person would do. If they hear something, they go out and they're like, hey, let's talk about it man to man. And that's how it happened. There's no need to argue. There's no need to yell. And see, that's like Tracy. He says he likes Tracy. Yeah, me and Tracy used to be good friends. There's nothing wrong with that. The point of it is like Tracy. I'm thinking you got to be seen a little bit, but this ain't going to work out well for you. See what right now you got Serb up there. He's on your channel. He's lying his ass off. He's saying all kinds of things. Wait a minute, dog, I got you. But he's saying stuff, and you're even though you're not like outwardly saying the lies. I mean, I guess I've heard that I know some stuff like the thunder shit, him saying the c word. None of that shit happened. So you're lying about that, and maybe a few other things. But most of your lies is propping up somebody else's lies. But you see how this is starting to turn. I mean, if you got a guy on your panel that everybody knows is full of shit, and trust me, Tracy, I ain't just talking about Trout. Everybody knows Serb was full of shit. And instead of you just like when Serb, move this dog, Jesus Christ, dog, come on. How am I going to be YouTube famous when you don't let me do my shit here? Okay, here we go. Anyway, people see that they're gonna remember that you let a guy up there lie. See, not only lying, if he was up there just telling lies about himself and whatever, who cares, right? People can just whatever. But the thing about it is, he doesn't do that. He'll lie about himself, then he calls other people liars. And instead of you saying, "Well, sir, unless you're going to say what they're lying about, don't call him a liar," you just sit there and go, "Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly." That's not going to age well for you. Trust me on this, Tracy. Trust me. You're already seeing it. You're already seeing it. I mean, hell, you see it tonight. And Trout didn't say a fucking word bad about anybody, either side. If anything, he talked good about you guys. I'm sure you heard it. And when Serge's over getting mad and act like he's mad about it, again, I only heard just that little bit I heard on the lounge because I don't watch them. I don't watch you guys live. I can't because I'll fuck up. And after I seen what Roy sounded like the other day, I'm never clicking a link and going like that again. But when you go to a channel and you click the link, I'm sorry, not the link, but when you click the channel, you go in there because you're there to look at for something else. Somebody else told you they were saying other shit about you. But when you go in there, you hear somebody calling you a drug addict. A person that knows you're not a drug addict is up there agreeing with them. Then even when you call her out, she's like, "Oh, I told him before." Like, "Oh no, you're not. You didn't that time." You sit there and said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." That's all you did. But also, that's when you all started talking about my daughter again. Oh, I'm using my daughter for content. Well, now see, Tracy, you see, most people understand what happened there. We seen what Blaze was doing. I put it out there. I put it out there so other people wouldn't be in the same position I'm in. I mean, again, you got to remember, my granddaughter's first day of fucking school, The night before, I had to wake them up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning because some little pussy ass bitch had made a threat that I was 99.9,000% sure wouldn't happen. But it's that point, every time I would talk myself out of calling and thinking, oh, I'll just call in the morning, I kept thinking of like, again, we're Tennesseans. We let anybody in our fucking house. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking like if somebody showed up and said something, he could, but it was a 1 in a quadrillion chance. But that's my daughter. I'm not going to take that fucking chance. That's my granddaughter. Yeah, my son-in-law, he's all right. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. We're actually pretty close to me and my son-in-law. I'm a good dude. It's hard not to like me. But anyway, back to the point. See, when Trout was up there, he never said one thing negative again. See, the Cherry thing, he didn't say he left because of Cherry. See, some people might, he did not say that. He did not say he left. If anything, he said he left because of both sides. What Trout said was, toward the end, things got bad. Now, he did say Cherry went over, which we all know that. But both sides, there was shit. There was nothing but arguing. Nobody can blame anybody from walking away from that. I mean, if I wasn't involved like I was, hell, I would have probably, I don't know if it's people I knew. But again, Trout, he was there. He helped Eric. He was like a father figure for Eric. Then somehow, when Cherry come, all that got intertwined. Then a bunch of bullshit, and it's not fun. I mean, why would I mean? I don't even know how he did it back then. I swear, I used to watch him up there on Eric's panel. He would be working or got home from work or whatever, and he would be up there all the time. That's like having two full time jobs. Keeping one job and trying to keep Eric out of trouble. No offense, Eric. You know what I'm saying. And Eric, again, you're a good dude. I mean, no one's blaming you like the Cherry thing. I understand why you unblocked him. I mean, when he said the shit, he did. I'm sure you didn't want to, but then when people's probably telling you shit like, oh, if you don't unblock him, because I know, Tracy took the credit, said, oh, I got Eric to unblock you. But look what, after you got unblocked, well, look what he done again. I'm just saying, sometimes it's better off. But even when Trout was saying that about Cherry, even when Trout said, well, no, because he didn't, Trout didn't say he didn't like Cherry. He literally said, hey, I still like the guy. I still like him. And that's the thing. I get it. I really do. It pains me to say this, but I can think back. And there's times I will. I'll think back like the Cherry I met, the Cherry that I thought was Cherry. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you even seen Red say that tonight. And you know what the shit he's put Red through for Red to see, say what she said? Again, that shows her character. She could have just been like, nah, he's always been an asshole. But she's truthful. She's like, yeah, he's got good qualities. And when he's being a decent person, he is. He's a damn good person. And he can make you think that way. But then I don't know what it is with him. I mean, I don't know if Cherry just, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. I ain't got a fucking doctor. Maybe Serp can help us. He's been a doctor, an accountant, a fucking all kinds of shit. But I have no idea why Cherry does what he does. But again, this is this big thing to say. The video I made yesterday, and I didn't go off too bad. I don't think I did. I don't think I really said nothing too bad. I think I said it was 50-50. Well, Trout, now it's 1%, 99. 1% you can go fuck yourself like in a mean way. 99% you don't have to. You're back to the friendly go fuck yourselves. That's a good place to be. But seriously, I mean, all respect for that. Because I mean, I would have never even thought that. If somebody would have told me like after what we've seen, because again, think about this. Nobody could ask for any more than Trout did. He didn't come up there and condemn anybody. He didn't take sides. He didn't fucking bash nobody. He just told the truth. See, I didn't even ask him no questions because you heard him say like he left because of the drama. So few people ask him a few questions and he answered them truthfully. Truthfully. Now, since them questions were already out there, I didn't feel a need to say anything because I didn't want to try to put them in that place like I was like fucking interrogating them, which they didn't either. I'm just saying the questions I would have asked, they asked, and it was over. So there was no need to go on. But see, Bobby, this is my point. What Trout did is you always say what people want us to say. You'll say, no, you guys want me to say what you want me to say. No, no, Bobby. No, 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 no. If you ain't seen that, go listen to Trout. That's what people want you to do. The truth. Just the truth. See, 3 nights ago, and again, I'm not going at you, Bobby. I swear to God, because like if you watch that video, we all said everybody likes you, Bobby. No one's got a problem with you. It's just I can't see how you can sit there, how they're drilling the fucking, especially Flex, dude, especially Flex. I mean, not only just saying bad shit, because like if they didn't like Flex and he didn't like them, but it was something between them that was just opinion based. You could see you being like, well, I'm not taking a side. But when they're up there lying their ass off and you fucking know it, and you stand the chat and chat. What do you think Flex sees? I know what I see when I see that. I mean, it's infuriating, Bobby. It really is. But then when you see like when I seen Trout up there, I'll be honest. I mean, I guess I jumped the gun. I figured he was back. I didn't know he had come back at Christmas. I had no idea about that. See, again, I don't. I swear, when I say I don't want, I do not watch them because I get triggered and I know that, so I try not to watch them. Now I get clips and I'll watch a little bit. That's how I make the videos. But they're not live, so I can't really go up there and say much. You know what I mean? It's over, so that's moved on. So it could be a day before that, 2 days before that clip I seen. So that moment's over. So whatever, right? But again, I mean, if you watch Bobby, if you watch Trout, you'll see. Because again, I thought like, okay, Trout's up there. I know there must be some shit going on. I guarantee you, Trout's up there talking shit. That's what I was thinking, and that's embarrassing. That's just the way shit's been going, right? So I did. I didn't see it at all. But Trout, he's the one that said that, a couple of times drama was kind of brought up and he steered it away from that. And I didn't see him do that because I just went through there a few different times and stopped. But the times I stopped, I didn't see any drama. I seen Trout like they were talking. I mean, it seemed like almost like the very first of this, you know what I'm saying, where everybody got along. That's what was going on. Now, Trout said it did happen a few times. He tried to steer it, and I don't have to see it. I believe him. I mean, when a man comes up and answers questions as honest as he's done, he wasn't there to be interrogated or answer. He came up there because he heard shit about him that he didn't think was right, and he was saying it. Got to respect that, you know what I mean? But he sees where I'm coming from. Like the thing I was talking about, he's saying he don't remember it, and Thunder said, it's forgiven, it's forgotten. So that's all that matters. They're past it. It doesn't matter if he said it or he didn't say it. It's over. But you did say it. But I'm just kidding, Trout. Goddamn. Anyway, but like I said, it wasn't you. It wasn't your words. It was somebody else's. But again, Bobby, I hate to bring you in this, but I'm just saying, if you would do the same thing, like if they were talking drama and been like, "Hey, I'm not here for that. I'm gone." And even again, if somebody says something either side, because you don't have a problem telling us, Bobby, if somebody would ask you the questions that Trout was asked. Now again, I didn't really want to ask him because his first day back on the lounge. You don't really want to go at him. I'll be honest, and I know this is childish as fuck. But what really made me the lounge is Flex's channel. But because we're all there, it kind of feels like that's that side, right? Then you got the other side. But when I heard Trout come back and he had never topped in the lounge, but he's over there, kind of like Bobby when I seen, Bobby would go up on panel over there and shit, but he don't come over here. It kind of makes you think like, what the fuck? But then when you go back and look at the Trout one, you'll see Trout was there just because that was the people he was hanging out toward the end. He didn't say nothing negative. I guess, when they said something or tried to do it, he steered the conversation. But again, I went through there. I didn't watch it all. I probably didn't see 10 minutes total, but I went through there a lot and stopped, several, parts off. I mean, just, every 30 minutes or I don't know, fucking just went on through there. But anyway, there was no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was just them talking. Trout was having a good time. And if that's the way things was, this shit would have never happened. It would have never got to where it has gotten. What gets it there is, again, like when Serb's up there lying his ass off, calling us liars, saying shit that even Tracy herself knows is full of shit. She knows he's lying. Tracy, you ain't got to call him out. You ain't got to say it, but you could, hell, in the private chat, you could be like, Serb, come on, man. Everybody knows you're full of shit. Stop saying it. You ain't got to even say it like that. Hey, I'll tell you what, Tracy, for old time's sakes, if you want me to write you something you can give to Serb, like next time he's lying and saying shit, you can send him this. I'll type it for you. No need to read it. Just send it to him. I got you. Yeah, I don't think you're going to do it. But see, I think you really thought that this was going to be different. You thought, how did you think that you could let somebody up there doing the shit he's done, saying the shit he's done? And I hate to even bring Cherry up on this because I don't want to I ain't going to even bring Cherry up. Fuck him. And I'm saying that because, again, Trout didn't say one negative thing. If anything, Trout was on, you could say, a hostile panel when talking about Cherry. Because, see, if somebody's not said something about you personally or somebody in your family, sometimes it's hard to see it. But see, Cherry's fucked with everybody else on that panel except for Trout. So, of course, Trout don't see it the way we see it. But I guarantee if it happened to him, he would see it like that. But I could say, like, if I knew Cherry the way I did when I first knew him and he was going with Trout, I could maybe in the same stance he is. I'd be like, well, he's not doing nothing to me. So I get that. I'm not, not saying nothing about that. But he did admit the stuff that was going on at the end was bullshit. The stuff he was doing, he didn't agree with. But he made sure to say, like, hey, I still like Cherry. And nobody can fault him for that. Bobby, that's all people saying about you. The problem of it is, Bobby, you try to act like you're neutral. You try to act like you stay out of everything. But when they're talking all that bullshit, you're right up there and you don't give a fuck. You still gonna support it. But again, Tracy's, I don't know what the hell you was thinking. You figured all this shit was just going to like, oh, we can keep doing this and people will just keep turning. Because you had people like, you got Jackie back talking shit now. Hey, Jackie, just so you know, that Scott Hall thing, when you was typing or when he made that little community post, and I know it because he's like Reese Jr., he's a tag happy motherfucker. But that thing he was talking about people bragging about service or whatever, and you was in there like, oh yeah, my husband, and yeah, people who brag about it. So you thought you were talking about Thunder. You should watch shit before you know what the fuck you're talking about. Scott Hall is the guy who's got his military shit as his avatar. He's the one who throws his medals, I guess. I mean, again, I'm not saying he's got them or he doesn't. I have no idea. But I've never seen no one do the shit he's done. That's all he talks about. He literally says if somebody served in the military and it was peacetime, they're a discount soldier. Well, he's a discount cocksucker because I heard he sucks for free. So actually, I think it's buy one, give five free or something with that motherfucker. Hey, Scott, you ought to get with. I mean, you and Sir, man, you're meant for each other. With a face like Serb, you know he knows how to suck a dick. I'm just saying. Nothing wrong with that, Serb. Do you, buddy? So I guess right now Serb's all mad, saying, "Oh my God, he's look what he's saying about me." But I guess you can call me a liar and a drug addict. Say I use my daughter for content. That's bad, but I can't call you a dick sucker. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You take Trout's go fuck yourself. You now have your go fuck yourself plus Trout's go fuck yourself. You get both to go fuck yourselves. Bobby, you're still in the blanket, buddy. You're still in the blanket, but you're at the fucking edge, man. Conqueef is holding you in there, but you keep. I'm telling you, when you see this, Bobby, if you say, "Oh, I don't see it, I'm not around," don't worry, it's still there. It's still there. You can watch my video last night, see what I said about Trout, see me apologize for it. That's how shit's done, Bobby. You can also go and hear everything it said, so you can't say like, "Well, I didn't see. I don't know what Trout did." It'll be on the lounge. It'll be there. You can watch it. So watch that, and that's how it's done. Because again, Trout did not take a side. He did not talk shit on either side. He didn't say one side was right, the other side was wrong. He pointed out, the facts about like Serb, the stuff about, he admitted that when the stuff about tracing my daughter, stuff like that, like saying like I use my daughter for content. God damn, that pissed me off. You try to put that out there to help people so they'll see like, hey, don't trust this guy. Because I mean, I got hundreds of emails, hundreds. And most of them were just fucking ridiculous bullshit. I just felt sorry for the guy. But when I got that one, man, I swear, like that whole night, like I said, it was like I would almost call her, then I would be like, okay, I'm gonna wait. And I would almost call her, then I would, then it's that little doubt in your mind that makes you do it. But again, for the rest of my life, my first grandchild, her first day of school, I had to wake up the family at 3 o'clock in the morning for that little motherfucker. And you got him on there, you got him wrenched, you highlight his comments. So all, you go fuck yourselves. Trout, that was cool as fuck what you did, man. I mean, I'm talking big props. I'm even gonna find a special thumbnail to commemorate your, I don't know what the fuck we'll call that, but it was cool as fuck. But all you Blaze fucking people that even says hi to that guy, you go fuck yourself. The rest of y'all have a good one. Bobby, it's cold. I heard you got snow in Louisiana. You're gonna need that blanket. You better get your ass back under here. Y'all have a good one.